Both teams are looking to start off conference play 1-0, as this is the first game of the conference season for both of these teams. Dakota Wesleyan comes ball game with 2 wins and a loss. The Tigers had a win in the first game against Bismarck State, 81-43, and a win over Arizona Christian, 82-58, while dropping to Mid-American Nazarene, 62-39. The Tigers are going to come off, hopefully off a win against Arizona Christian, looking for 2 in a row. And as for Hastings College, 2-2 on the young season thus far. This is going to be their first conference basketball game of the season, as the Broncos are looking to get a win after a 2-game losing streak. After they win in their first 2 contests, a win over Mayville State 89-66, a win at Bethany College 87-57, and then dropping the last 2 games to Sterling 94-91 and losing to Friends 104-102 in double overtime. So both teams are coming off losses, or Hastings College coming off a loss, Dakota West coming off a win, but both teams want to come up with a win. Coming back up, we'll give some game action and play-by-play and starting lineups here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with you here from Lynn Farrell Arena, as both teams are still finishing up warm-ups here, as we're getting ready for some basketball here this afternoon. Like I said, on Extreme Sports 1, Hastings College men's football team on the road to Dakota Wesleyan, as last check they were up 7-0 up there at Dakota Wesleyan, as they were able to score on their opening drive of the contest, 8 plays, 89 yards. As the Broncos are now taking the field. And an update here, football is now at 14-0 on Extreme Sports. If you're looking for football, it's on the Extreme Sports 1. Here on Extreme Sports 2, we have college basketball for you. Kind of give you some heads up here for Dakota West and what they got coming down the pike here after this game today. They'll have 2 consecutive home conference games with Morningside and Midland before they go on the road for 4 straight before they go to Dakota State, Concordia, Dordt, and Briar Cliff. So kind of a long road stretch there for the top after they get road here and then a couple home games. As for HC, they'll play next Wednesday is their next game at Doane on Wednesday, and then they go to Dordt next Saturday, both those being a 6 o'clock contest before going on the road again to Tabor College down in Hillsboro, Kansas for a contest there, and then Midland on Wednesday, December 3rd. So 4 straight road games for HC, as this would be their only home game in the month of November until they come back home till December 6th, when they'll host Northwestern on the 6th and Mount Marty on the 10th. So long road trips for these guys, as Hastings won't be home for a month, and so won't DAC West. So both these teams are going to try and get out of this thing great with some wins and start off the GPAC conference season early. As we know, the GPAC is always competitive year in and year out. We'll come back, we'll do the starting lineups, and we'll get you the play-by-play action here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and Owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volunteer Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Welcome back to Winfield Arena here as we're ready to tip-off here between Hastings College and Dakota Wesleyan. I'll give you your starting lineups here for this afternoon's ball game. As our starting lineups are brought to you by B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings, your trusted cleaning experts for homes and businesses. Give you the starting lineup first for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. Number 6'1" junior from Springfield, South Dakota, Shalane Nagel. A 5'8" junior out of Watertown, South Dakota. Number 4, Jada Young. A 6'1" junior from Corsica, South Dakota. Number 10, Avery Broughton. A 5'8" senior out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Number 12, Talia Hayes. And a 6' junior out of Wagner, South Dakota. Number 24, Emma Yost. Now your starting lineup for your Hastings College Broncos. A 5'8" sophomore out of McCool Junction, Nebraska. Number 3, McKenna Yates. A 5'5" senior out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska. Number 5, Mariah Avila. A 5'8" guard from right here from Hastings, St. Cecilia. Number 10, Bailey Kissinger. A 5'9" sophomore from Orleans, Nebraska. Number 11, Ann Bowes. And a 5'11" forward from Fremont, Nebraska. Number 42, Macy Bryant. Those are your starting lineups for ball game here today between Dakota Wesleyan and Hastings College. Hastings coming to the record of 2-2 on the season. Dakota Wesleyan coming in at 2-1. Is this the first GPAC game for both of these teams as we're going to get set for tip-off here between these two teams? I will do my best as to do the play-by-play as Mike Will and the gang are up in Mitchell, South Dakota, as I mentioned, doing some football duties as both of these teams are actually playing on the football field, but this time up in Mitchell, South Dakota. Hastings wearing the all-whites, white tops, white pants, with black trim outlined in crimson. Dakota Wesleyan wearing the all blues. Blue tops, blue pants outlined in white. White trim, white lettering. So pretty easy uniforms for us to spot here this afternoon as we're going to set some GPAC basketball here on the network here on Extreme Sports 2. Thanks for you all for joining us. Like I mentioned, if you're looking for basketball here on Extreme Sports 2, you're in the right spot. If you're looking for football, it's on Extreme Sports 1 as crowd's still starting to file in a little bit as we're going to get ready for the whistle. And here it is. Tip-off's going to be won by Dakota. Dakota controls the tip. It's up to the top post. Or to the top. Over to Hayes. Back top to Yost. Back towards the corner. That's going to be good. Jada Young. Jada Young with the first three-pointer of the ball game for Dakota Wesleyan. Now they get the early 3-0 lead. Hastings now with it. Give it to Yates. Back over to the right side over there to Bose. Bose with it. Dribbling up the top to Bryant up top of the key. Off back iron. It's going to be off over top. That's going to be out of play. Bryant was going for a three at the top of the key. Just a little bit too strong. As we got a stoppage in play here. As we got a shot clock issue here as we're waiting for the shot clock to reset. And here we go. Full court press now by HC as Dakota Wesleyan does break it. Here goes Nagel with it. Back towards the middle. That's going to be up and no good by Yost. That's going to be rebounded there by Bose. Bose now going back the other way. Bose over to Bryant. Left side. Gives it off to Yates as that was for a three, and that was no good. Rebounded by Dakota Wesleyan. As Young's bringing up court now with it for the Tigers. Gives it over to Broughton. Now for the far left side over to Young. Back up top of the key to Hayes as she shoots. And that's going to be no good. But rebound by Dakota Wesleyan, but couldn't hang on to it. And that's going to be that's going to be a turnover on Dakota Wesleyan, Hastings College ball. 10-minute quarters here on the women's side. So we're going to play 4 quarters, 10 minutes apiece. Yates is with it. Gives it over to Kissinger, now over to Bose. Bose still hanging on with it. Bose dribbling right side. Gives it over to Yates. Yates back in down to Bryant. Bryant's trying to drive it. Gets over to Kissinger. She's going to get hacked on the play and doesn't get the bucket of the ball, but she gets the foul. As a foul's going to be called on Jada Young. That's her first. Team's first. As Kissinger is getting ready to get the Broncos the first points of the ball game from the free throw line. The left-hander puts it through. That's good for the first. Second free throw on the way. It's good. 3-2 now as the pressures come back again from HC. Working pretty good as Dakota Wesleyan now breaks it as they're going the other way. Drive from Dakota Wesleyan as she travels. That was Nagel with the ball and she travels. That's going to be the second turnover for Dakota Wesleyan. Hastings College will get the ball right back. Bose throwing the ball and she's going to give it to Yates as Yates is going to bring up the floor. Playing man-to-man defense. As Yates goes up to the lane, she gets absolutely hacked, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to be a foul on Nagel. That's going to be her first, team second. Shooting. Yates will be shooting 2. First one's up. Rattles off the iron and in. Yates with the second one. That baby's good. Switch that one. 4-3 now. HC with their first lead of the ball game as they're continuing to press here. As they're going to try and work the middle. Dakota Wesleyan does. Gets it back up towards top of the key. That's Hayes. Gets it back down. Back up down towards the left side. That's Young with it. She shoots a 3. That's going to be good. Jada Young with her second 3 of the ball game. Now it's 6-4 lead. HC going quick with it. Bailey Kissinger finds the lane. No good, but rebounded by Macy Bryant. Gets up to Embo. Top of the key. Drives the lane. A layup is in there. Oh, it falls off the top, off the rim. No good. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. Top of the key. Gives it over to Hayes. Now to Young. Right side wing. Goes back up to the free throw line by Nagel. That's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Yates. And now Kissinger running up with it the other way. Hands off to Bryant. Bryant's going to drive the lane, and that's going to be a layup and good. Macy Bryant with her first bucket of the ball game. And now it's a 6-6 ball game. Westland now with it. That's Young. Back up top of the key. That's going to be Hayes. Now back up top again. That's going to be Young again for another three. She buries another one. That's 3 in the ball game for Young. It's 9-6 now to favor Dakota Wesleyan. 6:34 remaining in the first quarter. Kissinger now with it, driving the lane, looking for contact, but she gets the layup to go. Bailey Kissinger with her first bucket of the ball game. Now she has 4 points. Dakota Wesleyan now going quick with it. Up top. The drive lane, no good. Picked up by Dakota Wesleyan. Give up another rebound. As Dakota Wesleyan's going to throw the ball away. Yost is trying to look for Young. Now subs coming to the ball game. Mass substitutions. But that's going to be the third turnover here for Dakota Wesleyan. Mike O'Neill now on the ball game for HC. She's going to do a throw, and Kissinger's going to take over the point guard. Mike O'Neill in the ball game. This 5'9" forward out of Sumner, Nebraska. Now down low. Nice look. Nice look from Avila to Gentry Marks down to the ball game. Go Wesleyan now with it, going the other way. That's going to be a 3 by Dakota Wesleyan. It's going to be no good. Picked up by HC. As that's Jocelyn Miller in the ball game now. Delivering now to Mike O'Neill. O'Neill with it. Picks up a dribble. Hands it off to Jocelyn Miller, and she travels. That's going to be the first turnover of the ball game for HC as we get another substitution. That's going to be Broughton back in the ball game. As HC is still looking to hopefully get some turnovers off the press. Back in the corner now is Estes for Dakota Wesleyan. It's going to be close to 5-10 seconds, but it's going to be close. Nope, not going to get it. Bounce to the lane. That's going to be shot up and good. That was Broughton there with the bucket. It's going to be 11-10 now. Dakota Wesleyan. Kissinger now hands it off to Miller. Back to Kissinger. Top of the key. Now that's Marks. Gets it off to Addison Minerick. Getting back over here, top again to Marks. Over to Kissinger, up top of the key. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Kissinger hands it off. Gets it back to her. Top of the key is she's going to try and drive it, and she's going to be looking for a foul call, but that's going to be a shot clock violation. That's going to be media timeout. So we'll take one with them. Dakota Wesleyan 11, Hastings 10, as you're listening to Bronco basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others, but
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together, and we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports.
your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Back to you with inside Lynn Farrell Arena. Let's go to Wesleyan now. Has the ball to the right side. That's going to be towards about a 15-footer. That's going to be good, and that's Broughton. Broughton with her 4 points in the ball game now for the Tigers. Kissinger now with it for HC. Gets it back to Marks. Now over to Miller. Miller driving in the lane. She gets out. Go over to Mike O'Neill with a cut. She's going to get charged. Charged with a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul on Mike O'Neill. Mike O'Neill picking up her first. That's going to be the first foul. That's going to be her first personal foul. Team's first. Go Wesleyan now. Going to throw it in. Another press here by HC. They're going to break it. That's going to be Rosenquist now with it, and she's going to get charged. She's going to get hacked, and that's going to be a foul on number 14. That's going to be Jocelyn Miller. That's going to be her first. Team second. As Dakota Wesleyan now have it underneath their own basket. As now gets it in. Dakota Wesleyan working the right side. Going to try and reverse ball back over to the left side. That's going to be up for a three, and that's going to be no good, but rebounded. A good offensive rebound by Yost, and she gets hacked on the play, and that's going to be a foul on Gentry Marks. That's going to be her first, team's third. It's going to be Yost at the line. Going to shoot two. First one is up there. It's going to be off the iron. No good. First one off the rim. No good. It's going to be the second one here for Emma Yost. Next one is up there, and that thing falls. It's on the board with 1 point there. Now HC going back the other way. As it's Yates with it. Over there to Miller. Miller trying to work the inside lane. Now back up top. That's Minark. Back over here to Yates. Yates now with it. Still driving with it. She's going to try and take a 12-footer, and that's going to be no good. Be rebounded there by Dakota Wesleyan. And Jada Young, as she's going to decide to hold this baby up. Now going to work the right side. It's going to be a three on the right side wing. Going to be no good. But offensive rebound by Dakota Wesleyan and a foul. That was Broughton with it, but she gets hacked on the play. That's going to be two more coming for Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to be foul on Mike O'Neill. That's going to be her second. As Macy Bryant's not coming to the ball game for Mike O'Neill. The two-way stand out with her second foul of the ball game. As now it's going to be Broughton there at the free throw. First one's going to be up, and it's going to be good. As we got a sub waiting in, but she's coming in for Broughton. Broughton now with it. Next one up there, and it is going to be off the rim. No good. As Bryant comes down with it. Now Yates is going to go the other way with it. Up tempo. She's going to draw contact, and that's going to be on the floor. But it's going to be a foul on Jada Young. That's going to be her second personal foul. Mariah Avila now in the ball game for HC. Coming in for Addison Minarick. Hastings now with it underneath their own basket. Gates with it. Going to toss it in, and does. Gets it over to Miller. Miller going to drive. Decides not to do it. Avila now with it, top of the key. Gets down into Macy Bryant. Macy Bryant going to work. She learns that ball. That's going to be a turnover. That's going to be turnover number 3. Go to Wesleyan now with it. That's Rosenquist. Back in her own corner, but she gets it out. Working over the far right side as that's going to be Ardona with it. That's going to be off the mark. Going to be no good. Rebounded there by Jocelyn Miller. And that ball's going to be out of play, but it's going to be HC ball. HC now with it. Yates, top of the key. Gets it over to Miller. Miller decided to take 3, decides not to. Gets it back over here to Avila. That's going to be a long 3, and that thing is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Nagel. Go to Wesleyan now going the other way. With it. Now far corner. Now they're going to try and reverse ball here. Work the other way. As Rosenquist with it. Gets it back. Rosenquist with the top of the key. Going to try and drive lane. Rosenquist does. And she's going to try and look underneath and passes it away. As that was a shot, that's going to be no good. And that was Van Overshield. Going to be rebounded by Avila. She's going to take it the other way. Tries to go for the layup and decides to take it out. As we Avila back on the outside for a three. Going to be no good, but rebounded by Macy Bryant. Nice look there from Bryant. Over there to McKenna Yates. That's going to be a bucket there for Yates. That's going to be her first of the ball game. 15-12 in favor of the Tigers as we're going to get a foul call here on Mariah Avila. As the teams now are in the bonus here, so that's Avila's first. So now we're going to be shooting free throws the other way. As Kissinger now in the ball game. Rosenquist now at the line for Dakota Wesleyan. Rosenquist, first one up there is good. Her first of the ball game. Rosenquist with it. Next one is up there. That's going to fall. That's going to be your 2 for 2 at the line for Rosenquist. And now it's going to be a 17-15 lead. Or 17-12 lead, excuse me. Kissinger now hands it off to Macy Bryant. Top of the key. Bryant's going to try and drive. Nice spin move by Macy Bryant. It's going to be up there and going to be all off the iron. No good. That's going to be a foul on Kissinger over the back. That's going to be her first. Team sixth. As it's going to be Emma Yost now at the free throw line. Be up there and good. Her second of the ball game. Next one up there is going to be off the iron, no good. As going to be rebounded there by Yost, and that's going to fall through. So 3-point possession there for Dakota Wesleyan. Now 8C turns the ball back over again. That's going to be the fourth turnover on the Broncos. With 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the ball game. Dakota Wesleyan looking to get the ball in. Almost 5 seconds left, but that's going to be a turnover. That was Avila, gets it down into Kissinger. She's looking for a layup. She gets fouled, and that's going to count. Bailey Kissinger with a 2-point bucket and the foul, and that's going to be called on Hayes. That's going to be her first. Talia Hayes is going to be called with a foul. As Bailey Kissinger is going to try and complete the 3-point play, and she does. 7 points down in the ball game for Bailey Kissinger. Almost traveled, but it's going to be a turnover going the other way. That's going to get down there to Yates as she gets the fast break. 2 points there. That's going to be 2 more for her. 20-17 now. It's going to be another turnover on Dak West. Going to be over there to Bailey Kissinger. That thing goes. Here comes the pressure. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that's in favor of HC. 20-19, 36 seconds left. Man, what a last 20 seconds for HC. Macy Bryant now out of the ball game. As Marks is back in the ball game for Bryant. 36.7 left. Tigers lead 20-19 over HC. As we got a clarification. We're waiting for clarification on the officials here. And we got it taken care of. As it gets into play now. Avila now with it. Passes it off. Back up to the top of the key. That's going to be good. And Bose with a 3. Gives the Broncos their first lead. Almost travel call. Didn't get it. Down to the final 15 seconds. HC with a 22-20 lead. Let's go to Wesleyan's going to take the last shot, and that's Van Overshield with the ball. Decides to hand it off to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Now back over here to Elwayne. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by HC. HC with it, but can't do nothing with it. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. What a first quarter for HC. What a comeback. Goes now lead 22-20 here after quarter number 1. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break with them. That's score 22-20. We'll come back with the second quarter here on Extreme Sports 2.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on Extreme Sports.
Back inside Linfield Arena. Second quarter here now. Dakota Wesleyan getting the ball to start the second quarter. Top of the key is Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to be a fire for 3, and that's going to be good, and that's going to be Rosenquist. Rosenquist with a 3 to give the Tigers the lead, 23-22. Bose with it. Bose working right side. Going to try and go for a jump hook. It'll be no good. Go to Wesleyan now with it. Come back the other way. Rosenquist with the ball. Rosenquist now going back to the top of the key. Now working left side. That's going to be Young for a 3, and that's going to be off the iron. No good. Bose with it. Going up court with it. That's Miller. Miller with it. Hands it off. As she's going to be out of bounds on the throw, and that's going to be a turnover. As Dakota Wesleyan now with it down the far corner. So looking for the press. That's going to be a turnover off the throw-in. 7 turnovers now for Dakota Wesleyan. HC now with it. Far sideline, Bailey Kissinger going to do a throw-in. Waiting for the official, and she's going to get it in over here to Bose. Bose now over here to Miller. Miller going to work back to the right, top of the key. Going to make a drive out of it. She's going to make it go off the back iron, and good. Jocelyn Miller with her first 2 points of the ball game as the HC press continuing. As Dakota Wesleyan's going to get a timeout out of it. That was going to be a turnover. That's going to be a timeout for Dakota Wesleyan. We'll take one with them. HC 24, Dakota Wesleyan 23. You're listening to Bronco Basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on Extreme Sports.
Out of the timeout, Dakota Wesleyan now going up court with it. As that ball was almost nearly deflected, Dakota Wesleyan now down at the free throw line. That was Young, but now gets it back up top. Over to Rosenquist. That's going to be a three by Nagel, and that's going to be good. Nagel with the three. HC now with it. Going the other way, and that's going to be, should have been a foul, but no call. But now Dakota Wesleyan going the other way. Wesleyan now with it. Nagel now left side. Brings it back up top, and that's going to be a three for Hayes, and that's going to be no good. But a rebound there by Dakota Wesleyan. Nagel with it now far left side. Now he gets back to her in the corner. Now gets it back up top to Rosenquist. That's going to be for a three, and that's going to be no good, but off its rebound there by Ann Bose. Nice box out by Ann Bose. Now Kissinger with it. Kissinger going to drive it. No, she decides to kiss back out. Over here to Macy Bryant. Thinking about a three. And she's going to shoot it, and that baby's going to be off the iron. Going to be no good. Defense by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan now with it as she's going to get called for the travel. That was Nagel with it, and she was called for travel. That's going to be the 8th turnover here on Dakota Wesleyan in this ball game. Got some subs coming to the ball game. As it's going to be Yates. Yates with it. That's going to be a foul on the floor, and that's going to go on Yost. As Bryant was getting hacked on the play, but it's going to get called on Yost. Be a throw in now for HC. It's going to be McKenna Yates getting up top here to Marks. Now to Bryant. Bryant driving. Pivots. Reverse gets stuffed. That was Broughton with the block. Go to Wesley now. Going back the other way. Working right side. That's Nagel. Nagel working it back the other way, and that's gonna be Hayes. Hayes picks up a dribble. Now back to the left side. That's gonna be Estes. Estes now gives it off to Yost, and that baby's gonna fall. Emma Yost with her 6th point of the ball game. 28-24. As Yates gonna drive with it off the glass and good. Yates finished through the contact, no foul call, but that's going to be a bucket for HC. 28-26. As Dakota Wesleyan will now have it. Right by the HC basket. As they're going to go the other way with it. It's 2-on-1 now. That's going to be Estes going to hand it off to Yost, and that's going to find a bucket. So 4 points or 2 buckets now for Yost in the second quarter. Now it's 30-26. That's going to be a travel on Macy Bryant. Bryant just took too many steps there. That's going to be a turnover there on HC. That's going to be turnover number 6. As HC continue with their press. Nagel will have it underneath. Gets it in. Bryant with the pressure, but Dakota Wesleyan breaks it. Now 2-on-2 with nice play there. Nice play there by Miller to knock that ball away. It's going to be out of bounds. Dakota Wesleyan ball, but now subbing the ball game. And Bose out of the ball game. Coming in for Bryant. 6:30 left here in this first half as the Tigers lead the Broncos 30-26. As that's going to be nearly a turnover, but Dakota Wesleyan hangs on to it. Top of the key. Now working right wing. Now far right corner. That's going to be a 3, and that's going to be no good. But it's going to be no good, and that's going to be a foul call underneath, and that's going to go against Mariah Avila. That's going to be her second. As now will be, it's going to be throw in from Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan now with it. Free throw line. That's going to be blocked by Bose. Almost nearly turned it over. Dakota Wesleyan back with it. That's going to be, I believe, another foul call. Like we're going to have a problem here. going to have a problem here with the play clock. Or we're going to look like and see if it might be maybe a technical foul or a flagrant call here against HC, as both officials, as Coach Douglas is waiting for an explanation. As we're going to have video replay here, see if there's anything, if it involves a flagrant one underneath, as we were all shielded so we couldn't see it. 30-26. HC with 4 points here in the second quarter with a bucket from Yates and from Miller. Dakota Wesleyan has had 10 points in this second quarter, as a 3-pointer from Rosenquist and Nagel and 2 buckets from Emma Yost. So that gives the Tigers a 30-26 lead with 6:07 left here in the second quarter. Like I mentioned, on the women's side, they play 4 10-minute quarters. They play quarters. The men will be halves. Try and get you a scoring update here from football game up in Mitchell, South Dakota, as the Broncos had to travel up to Mitchell and play this Dakota Wesleyan team. As Dakota Wesleyan, let's see, get back to my game here. There we go. It's still 14-0. HC with the lead in the third quarter. As the officials are still looking at the monitor here. So delaying the action here. Need some college football scores while we're at it, shall we? As we're waiting. No, I think they got a decision now. As we're waiting on the official word. There's going to be nothing there, so it's going to be good. So 12 seconds on the shot clock. They're getting ready for set play here. They get it in. Working left side. That's Van Overshield. Now gets it back down to Rosenquist. Now gets it back up top for a 3, and that's going to be no good. But a rebound there by Dakota Wesleyan, and that's going to be up and good, and that's Yost. Yost with 6 points here in the second quarter. 32-26. As we're going to get foul call here against Nagel. Second personal. Second personal, team second. HC now with it. We go over to Bose. Now over here to Avila. Back to Bose. Working right side. Bose going to try and drive the lane. Get some contact. It's going to be up there. It's going to be no good. Rebound. Rosenquist. Dakota Wesleyan now going back the other way. Working the left side. Now we're going to go back over here to right side of Rosenquist. Back to the far corner. That's going to be Estes, but it's going to be back up top to Rosenquist, and that's going to be good. That's going to be 7 for her in the ball game. Kissinger, now back up over to Miller. Right side, working up top. Oh, nice look to Ann Bose. She gets absolutely hacked on the foul, on the call, and she's going to get it. That's going to be on Emma Yost. That's going to be her second. That's going to be team second. It's going to be team foul number 3, excuse me. We're going to have a sub in the ball game. It's Nagel in the ball game. It's going to go in for Yost. But it's going to be Avila. Oh, no, it's going to be Bose, excuse me. Bose with a free throw. Up and good. Second one. Going to be rolling off the arm, but a nice rebound by Kissinger, and that's going to fall. So a 3-point play out of that for HC, as we're going to have a travel call against Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to be their 9th. 9 turnovers in the ball game now for Dakota Wesleyan. As HC now with it, it's going to be Kissinger with the ball. Bringing it up court. Hands it off. Gets it over here to Bose. Now back over to Kissinger, working left side. She's going to try and look for Bose. Down in the lane. Nice look, but that's going to be a turnover. Dakota Wesleyan now going the other way. Tigers with a 5-point lead, 4:40 left here in this first half. Dakota Wesleyan now working the middle. Brings it back out. Now back to the far corner. That's going to be about a 15-footer, and that's going to be good. And now was that Estes with it. Estes with the 2. 36-29. Give me a 3 here by Mariah Avila, and that's going to be no good. And Dakota Wesleyan now with the rebound. Going the other way, it's Rosenquist. Rosenquist hands it off. Back to the far left side, and that's gonna be Hayes. Back over here, Rosenquist is going to put a 3 up, and that's going to be nowhere near. That's going to be no good. Miller with the rebound. Now up to Kissinger. Kissinger going to drive the lane. She's going to throw one up, and she's going to get called. She's going to get the foul call. That's going to be Rosenquist. That's going to be her first, team's fourth. So is Macy Bryant now in the ball game. So was Mike O'Neill and McKenna Yates in the game now for Dakota Wesleyan is Isabel Elwine. As Bailey Kissinger now will go to the line. First one's up there and good. Kissinger put the second one up there and good. Sub out in the ball game for Dakota Wesleyan. Now it's a 36-31 ball game. As HC continue with their pressure like they normally do. Dakota Wesleyan trying to get it in, and they do. Works the middle, they break it. Now Wesleyan going the other way. Nagel, that's going to be a foul call. Mike O'Neill is going to get called with the foul. That's going to be her third. Not what you wanted. And she's not happy. Now going to the line for Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to be up there and good, and that's Broughton. Her 6th point of the ball game. 37-31. Tigers lead by 6. Second one's going to be up there and good. 2 for 2 that time for Broughton. That's going to be 38-31. Bringing up with it. It's going to be a 3, and that's going to be no good off for Yates. Go Wesleyan now with the rebound. Now going to hurry up and go the other way with it. That's going to be handed off here from Estes. Now back over to Elwine. Now to Estes. Now going to try to work the left side. And that's going to be Broughton. That's going to be good. Bucket for Broughton. 40-31. Kissinger now hands it over here to Avila. Avila working right side. Bryant with the screen. Avila going to try and do a turnaround. And that's going to be good. Mariah Avila, third first 2 points of the ball game as Dakota Wesleyan's going to go quick with it. Back down here already. Decides to play it out. Trying to waste some clock here. That's going to hand off to Broughton. Hands it out. Far right side. That's going to be deflected, and that's going to go out of bounds on HC. As that was Elwine with it. More subs coming back in. 12 seconds left here on the shot clock. 2:29 left here in this first half. As that's going to be Rosenquist with the ball, working in. Back over the top. That's Young. Now back down to Estes. Back to Young. Now working right side is Elwine. Elwine trying to get Kissinger off. She doesn't get there. Down to 0, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Turnover number 10 in the ball game for Dakota Wesleyan as the Broncos get another turnover. 40-33. As HC now bringing up court. That's Yates. Gets up to Bryant. Bryant's going to drive it. Back door, and she's going to try and throw it back door, but throws it away. She's trying to look for Marks, and right behind her, that's going to be a turnover on 8C. That's going to be turnover number 8 in the ball game. Sub coming back in. That's going to be Hayes. Hayes in the ball game now for the Tigers. Rosenquist getting ready to throw the ball in. Close to 5 seconds, but she gets off. It's going to be thrown right to Kissinger. Kissinger lays it up off the iron. No good. As that ball is saved by Dakota Wesleyan, but now it's not. It's going to be a turnover on Dakota Wesleyan. Turnover number 11. As it should be Hastings' ball, because that ball was thrown out of bounds. It wasn't tipped. It should be HC ball. I don't know. Ball was never a deflection. As Coach Douglas is looking for an explanations. Ball was kicked. As HC will now throw it in from the baseline. That's going to be Yates. Yates going to look for someone. She's going to find Kissinger. Kissinger now with it. She's going to drive, and she's going to lay that baby up and good. Bailey Kissinger with her 6th point in this quarter. Go to Wesleyan now with it. 40-35 now. Broncos cut this lead to 5. Now working back up top. That's going to be Elwine for 3. That's going to be off the iron. No good. Rebound there by Kissinger. Kissinger now gets it up. Wants to travel, but didn't get it. Now over here to Miller, up top of the key. Miller hands it off to Kissinger. Kissinger now looking outside. That's Macy Bryant as that ball gets deflected. And that's going to go off Bryant. And that was Brown with the block. Now Rosenquist now in with it. That's going to go. It's going to go out of bounds, and Coach Goodner, the assistant coach for HC, wanted Gina Douglas to review, but that's not going to be the case as Dakota Wesleyan now going with it. Rosenquist now, top of the key. Gets over to Estes. Now back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist now over to the left side of Hayes. Now Hayes hands it off. That's going to be a shot up there by Brown. That's for a 3, and that's going to be no good. Down to the final minute here in the first half. Now gets off to Bryant. Bryant now over to Kissinger in the far corner. Now over here to Yates, and she puts up a 3, and that baby's going to find nylon. Yates with the 3 as they're going to really put on the pressure now. It's 40-38. Turnover there. Kissinger with it. Gets it over here to Miller, and that's not going to fall as we're going to get a foul on the floor. That's going to be a foul on number 10. That's going to be Avery Brown. That's going to be her first personal foul. That's going to be the team's 5th. That's going to put Marks to the free throw line. First one up there by Marks is good. 40-39. Buck here by Marks will tie this ball game. The second one is up there. That's going to be too strong. Go to Wesleyan now with it, going the other way. They can't take the last shot. There's 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. They're going to take as much time as they can, and that's going to be Estes with it at the top of the key. She's calling out her offense. Getting words from her coach and Jason Christensen. Now they're going to go with it, Rosenquist. Now back over here to Elwine. And she's going to throw the ball away. That's going to be another turnover. Turnover number 13. There's 13.4 seconds left here on the game clock. Shot clock will be off. One last shot here for HC. Gets Yates with it from Bryant. Yates is going to go down to the final 8 seconds. Now gets over to Bryant as she travels. Yep. Turnover number 9 as Bryant was trying to go up the court with it and just a little too much with her feet. As Coach Douglas is encouraging her team to press, see if they can get a turnover out of it. Down to the 4 seconds. It's going to be a last second shot here by Rosenquist. She puts it up there and it gets it to go. Rosenquist with a shot at the buzzer to give Dakota Wesleyan a lead 43-39. Not the way the HC wanted to end that first half as Rosenquist puts one up at the buzzer. As Tigers now go in the halftime lead 43-39. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats and much more and some scores around the country with some college football action. But we'll come right back here in just a minute or so on here on Extreme Sports Network.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others, but
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together. And we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your home for healthcare since 1963.
Marcus Metcalf back with you at the Halftime Show. I'll give you some first half numbers here for Dakota Wesleyan. Leading away is Emma Yost, 13 points, as she's 5 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point mark, and 2 for 3 on the free throw line. Jada Young with 12 points. She's 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from downtown, and 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. Avery Brout with 6 points in the ballgame, as she is 2 for 3 in the ballgame, 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. And Shalene Nagel with 3 points, as she's 1 for 5 in the ballgame, 1 for 2 from the three. As for HC, the leading scorer in the ballgame so far is Bailey Kissinger, the Hastings product, as she has 15 points in the ballgame. She is 5 for 8 in the ballgame, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. McKenna Yates with 11 points, and she's 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from downtown, and 2 for 2 from the line. Ann Bowes has 4 points in the ballgame, 1 for 3 from the floor, one of 1 from the 3-point line, and 1 for 2 at the free throw line. And Macy Bryant has 2 points, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown. Jocelyn Miller off the bench, she has 2 points, 1 for 2 from the floor. And Gentry Marks has 3 points, 1 for 1 from the floor, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. As for total numbers, Dakota Wesleyan 6 for 17 for the game is 42% from the floor, 28.6% from the 3-point, and 87.5% from the free throw line. As for HC, for the field, 45.2% on the floor, 20% from 3-point range, and 81.8% from the free throw line. Come right back with some more stats and some college football scores from around the country, as you're listening to Bronco Basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Morgan Metcalf back with you here on Extreme Sports 2 as halftime here at Dakota Wesleyan leads HC 43-30. Now I'll give you some football scores around the country here. Down in the SEC land, LSU leads Arkansas 23-22 late in that ball game. Tulsa leading Oregon State 31-6. Arizona State leading West Virginia 22-17. Colorado State, New Mexico 0-0 in the second quarter. Maryland leads Illinois 3-0. Iowa on the road out in La La Land, USC 7-0. Virginia leading Duke 7-0 early on. Michigan State up 7-0 on Penn State. Penn State is just, I don't know how else to explain Penn State as they're hurting right now as they haven't won a single conference game here in the Big Ten Conference as Michigan State is up 7-0. Some other games just getting underway here. Miami, North Carolina State. Texas Tech up on Scott Frost in Central Florida 13-0. Oklahoma, Alabama just getting underway. Oklahoma down the road in Tuscaloosa. A bunch of other games have not kicked off yet, but some have went final. Kansas State and Oklahoma State. Man, Kansas State, they're struggling even though with their star quarterback not playing so well against a rough Oklahoma State team who fired Mike Gundy earlier this year. They came away with a 14-6 win down in Stillwater. UConn with a win, 26-16 over Air Force here this afternoon. Indiana continues what Indiana does. Kirk Cignetti's got that team rolling. The number 2 Hoosiers blow out Luke Fickell and the Badgers 31-7. Arizona defeats Cincinnati 30-24. The team Nebraska played down in Arrowhead in Week 1. Cincinnati falls to Arizona 30-24. Notre Dame just blows out Pitt today 37-15. And what a battle here at Wrigley Field between Michigan and Northwestern. Michigan with the lead late. Northwestern comes back, but Michigan finds a way late to win over Northwestern over at Wrigley Field 24-17. 41-22. Navy coming back to defeat South Florida 41-38. And how about this, fans? Texas A&M rallies 28 down to defeat South Carolina 31-30 after Mike Elko this morning just got himself a 6-year, multi-$100 million deal just earlier today, and the Aggies had to fight back to defeat South Carolina. So what a day for Texas A&M to come back and win that thing. And games last night here on the college football side, Louisville misses 2 field goals in the final 4 minutes of the ball game and loses 20-19 at home against Clemson. Oregon defeats Minnesota 42-13. That'll be for the halftime show. As we'll come back, we'll give you second half action and much more here on the Extreme Sports Network as you are listening to Hastings College Basketball.
The Halftime Show has been brought to you by the Family Medical Center of Hastings, your family's home for healthcare since 1963. Stay tuned. The second half is coming up on your exclusive home for Bronco Sports, Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with you here on Extreme Sports. Second half action. Tigers lead the Broncos 43-39. It's been a back and forth battle between these two ball clubs. As big issue for Dakota Wesleyan in that first half was turnovers. 13 turnovers for Dak West in the first half, 9 for HC. As we're getting ready for second half action, as we're waiting for the clock to get ready here, as the officials are getting ready to get it going here, as we get some final checkdowns from the guys up front. I apologize, my voice is low. I kind of talk kind of low. I'll talk better. As we're waiting for the head table here, as we're getting ready to go here, as both teams are ready to start second half action. As Coach Douglas is waiting for an explanation here, and we're finally going to get underway here. And it's going to be Bailey Kissinger with it. And it's going to get over here to Kate. Back over here, Kissinger. Now down to Macy Bryant. Back over here right side to Ann Bose. As she steps out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover here for HC. Only 12 seconds into the ball game. Already a turnover here for HC. HC now with the press as Dakota Wesleyan now breaks it, going to go the other way. That's going to be a turnover on Dakota Wesleyan. It's going to be back over here to Ann Bose. Ann Bose now with it. Ann Bose driving. Nice spin move by Ann Bose as she lays up there, but no good. Gets it down to Avila. Avila now with a nice spin move. She makes that thing to go. Mariah Avila with her 4th point of the ball game. Dakota Wesleyan now breaking the press. Going to get over here to Young. Now working the far corner. And that's going to go over here to Yost, and she's going to get hacked on the play, and that's going to be on Ann Bose. Ann Bose with her first foul of the ball game. That's going to be the team's first. As that's going to be Jada Young in here with a throw in for Dakota Wesleyan. She does. She gets that into Yost, brings it back up top to Estes. Now gets it back over here to Hayes. Now far left side is Young. Young now back with it over here to Hayes for a 3, and that's going to be off the iron. No good. It's going to be rebounded here by Ann Bose. Bose now with it, works up top, and that's going to be a turnover. That's going to be up and no good, and as that was Hayes with it with the turnover, but she couldn't get able to finish. Now Bose going the other way with it for HC, gets it down over here to Bryant. That shot it up there and good. Macy Bryant with her 4th point of the ball game. 43-41. Oh, excuse me, 43-43. It's a tie ball game. That's going to be a shot over there by Young. That's going to be off the iron. No good. Good. Rebounded by Bryant. Going to go over here to Bailey Kissinger. She's going to drive the lane as she tries to draw contact. No good. That's going to go back the other way for Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan now with it. That's going to be Yost. Now gets it off to Estes, and she's going to be off the iron. No good. It's going to be Yates now with it as HC wants to run with it. It's going to be Yates with it. And that's going to be a turnover on HC. It's going to be turnover number 3. 4 subs now into the ball game. That's going to be Miller and Marks back into the ball game. In for Bose and Yates. Go to Wesleyan now with it. HC with the pressure now. They're going to break it. Dakota Wesleyan. Go top of the key. He's going to get over here to Young. As that's going to be a Tanzan on over to Nagel with it. That's going to be a 2. It's going to be 45-43 ball game. Kissinger. Now we're here to Avila. Avila with it. Now we're here to Kissinger. Right side, she's going to have a wide open lane for Kissinger. She gets hacked on the play and one. Kissinger with it, as that's going to be foul on Avery Brown. That's going to be her second. First team foul. Kissinger now going to line to complete the three-point play. As her waiting for the ball here for Kissinger. As we're waiting for another player to come in the lane. She does. Bailey with it. 2 dribbles. That ball is up there, and that baby's good. 3-point play completed. Broncos back out in front, 46-45. Go to Westland now up with it. That's going to be Young. Over to Nagel. That's going to be now going to get back down low. Back over here to Nagel. Nagel's going to work outside. There's going to be a jumper there. That's going to be good, and that's going to be Estes. Estes with her 4th point of the ball game. 47-46. HC now with it. Working the far right side. Now go over here, Macy Bryant for a 3, and that baby's going to be off the rim. No good, but nice rebound there by HC. And that's going to be Gentry Marks with the 2. That's going to be a turnover almost, as Bryant almost gets that turnover. But now Broncos with a 48-47 lead. Back and forth action here. Early on, 6:54 left here in this third quarter. It's going to be Rosenquist, the ball throwing in, getting over here to Young. Now back over left side, over here, Rosenquist. Now reversing back the other way. As that's Hayes with it. Now hands it off to Young. Now that's going to be a foul call on Gentry Marks. That's going to be her second. Going to get called with a hold. That's going to be team foul number 2. As the ball's going to be now thrown in. As that's going to be where he goes. Yost now with it down in the paint, as that's going to be off HC and out of bounds. A nice defense there by Bryant and Marks. Westline now going with the throw-in on the far here left side. That's going to be a 3 for Hayes. That's going to be off the iron, no good, but Marks couldn't hang on to the ball. That's going to go out of play. Westline now with a throw-in right in front of their bench on the far corner. That is going to be Hayes with the throw-in, and she's going to get it in over here to Young. Young top of the key. And now over here to Hayes. Now back to Rosenquist. Now back to Young on the far right side. Gets it up over here to Hayes. Gets it over up top now here over here to Young. As that ball is nearly turned over, but picked up by Nagel. Nagel now with it with 3 seconds on the shot clock. As Dakota Westland going to try and put up one more shot. That's going to be off, and that's going to be good. Emma Yost with a 3 at the buzzer. 50-48 now. Tigers with the lead. Kester with it over here to Macy Bryant. Bryant now working over here to right side, and that's going to be Heapy in the ball game. That's going to be a shot over there for 3 by Jocelyn Miller, and that's good. Jocelyn Miller with her first 3 of the ball game. As that ball is nearly turned over, and it is. And it is. It's going to be turned over. Ball was kicked around. It is going to be turned around to Dakota Westland. Kissinger with it. Now it's going to get over here to Heapy. That's going to be no good. And that should be nearly a travel, but no good. That's going to be a rebound for Dakota Westland. Dakota Westland now going the other way. That's going to be blocked on Macy Bryant. Macy Bryant will be called with the foul. That's her first personal foul, and that's going to be the team's third. As that was Yost with it. She tried to drive lane. Bryant gets called with a hack on the arm. That's going to be 2 shots here for Dakota Westland. First one up there is going to be up off the iron and no good. Players switching spots down in the paint. Now Yost with it. Yost, that ball is up there, and that baby's good. Got some subs now in the ball game. It's going to be number 10, Avery Broughton, back in the ball game for Yost. 8C now going to bring up the floor with Bailey Kissinger. Kissinger with it. Gets it off to Miller. Miller going to drive right side, and she's going to get hacked. Going to be on the floor. It's going to be called number 4, Jada Young. That's going to be her third. That's going to be the second team foul. As that's going to be played in. Going to be off the iron, no good. And that's rebounded by HC. Going to be no good again. And that was Miller with 2 shots, but another HC rebound. HC now with it up top. As that's Heapy with it. Now back over here to Miller. Over here to Kissinger. Now going to work middle. That's Marks. Now back to the right, left side. And that's going to be good. Stella Heapy with it. That's going to be a 3 for HC. 54-51. Broncos with the lead. Dakota Wesleyan now going the other way. Broughton with it. Now back over here to Rosenquist. Now back far left side. That's going to be Estes. Now we're in the middle. Over here to Nagel. Now working middle. Back to Nagel at the free throw line. It's going to be off the iron. No good. But a deep offensive rebound. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Oh, it's going to be a shot. Foul on the shot. As that was Avery Broughton. And the foul is going to be on, it's going to go on number 14, Jocelyn Miller. That's her second personal, as we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 54-51. HC with the lead over Dakota Wesleyan. You're listening to Bronco Basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Marcus Bedcat back with you as the first shot there for Avery Broughton is going to be no good off the iron on the free throw. Broncos with the 3-point lead, 54-51. Broughton's next shot going up there. It's going to be good. 1 for 2 that time at the line for the Tigers. As now HC bring it out the other way. That's McKenna Yates with it. Gets over here to the left side, brings it over here to Miller. Miller going to drive the lane, and she's going to put one up, and that's going to be tipped, and that's going to be no good. Dakota Wesleyan going the other way. That's going to be brought up, going far left side with it. Now back over here the other way. That's Estes. Estes on the far right side. Estes now driving, now brings it back out. Swings it back up over here to Nagel. Nagel throwing back over the other way. That's going to be Hayes, and that's going to be in and out, no good. Rebounded. Another offensive opportunity for Dakota Wesleyan. Elwine with it. Or no, Estes with it, excuse me. That should be an offensive foul, and it is. Hayes just gives her a shoulder, and that was gave Jocelyn Miller a shoulder, and that's going to be a foul called every time. Second personal foul, team's third. 3:25 left here in this third quarter. Down here to Macy Bryant. Back over here to Yates. Yates with it. Yates back up here to Bryant. Bryant's going to now try and drive the lane. Gets stopped. Back over here to Yates. On the far left corner. She tries to put up a three. That thing's going to be short. Rebounded by Dakota Wesleyan. Now Dakota Wesleyan now going the other way, and that's Hayes with it. Now over here to Nagel. Back over the right side, and that's going to be Estes. Now back up top here to Broughton. Hits it back down to Nagel. Now back over here to Hayes. Now over here to Estes. That's going to be a shot for 3 and a rebound. Going to be no good, but picked up by Dakota Wesleyan. Another 3. That's going to be Hayes, and that's going to be no good as HC cannot get a rebound. HC now back with it. Working middle. That's going to be Yates, and that's going to be a foul. Count it. That's going to be an and 1 for McKenna Yates. That's going to be called on Nagel here. That's going to be her third personal foul. Team's 4th. As Yates is going to kind of go to the free throw and complete the 3-point play. As Yates now gets it. That shot's going to be up there, and that's going to be good. 3-point play completed. As HC now is their biggest lead of the ball game with 5. That's going to be deflected. That's going to be a turnover. Back the other way is Yates. Yates is going to try and look the other way. She does find Avila. That's going to be an 8-footer. That's going to be no good. As bodies collide down there on the baseline. As they're playing one short. That's going to be Rosenquist as she almost travels. No call, but that's going to be a shot going to be up there, no good. Rosenquist with it, and she's going to get hacked. And that's going to go. It's going to go on Heapy there. That's going to be her first personal foul. That's going to be the team's 5th. Rosenquist now going to the line. We have 2 shots here as the team has reached the limit. Rosenquist's first shot is up there, and that's going to be good. That's her 11th point of the ball game. Rosenquist now gets it. Second shot is up there, and that's going to be off the iron, no good. HC now with it. Kissinger works it back outside, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Bailey Kissinger. That's going to be a charge called on Bailey Kissinger. That's going to be her second. As they're continuing to press, as Dakota Wesleyan now beats it. That's going to be to Estes with it. Back over here to Estes. Top of the key. Backs over here to Young. Young now back in the corner over here to Broughton. Back to Rosenquist. Now working down low. And a late whistle. That's going to be called on. That's going to be called on Heapy again. That's going to be her second. As Coach Douglas was not happy as that was such a late whistle. As that's going to be another foul. And Yost now going up to the free throw line. The first one's going to be up there, and it's going to be no good. As Yost now gets it. Second one's going to be up there, and that's going to be good. Subs into the ball game, and Bose now into the ball game, so is Gentry Marks into the ball game. Mike O'Neill will go out. Kissinger now getting the ball in from Bose. Kissinger getting the words from Coach Douglas. And running the offense play here. Getting over here to Avila. Now working over right left side to Bose. Now over to Kissinger. Kissinger with it. Trying to look left side towards the baseline. Nothing there. Back over here to Avila up top. Avila's going to try and drive towards the paint. She's trying to lay one up. That ball is not even close. No good. Now Dakota Wesleyan now going the other way. With it, it's Hayes. Dakota Wesleyan now. That's Rosenquist. And that's going to be up there and good. Rosenquist with their first bucket of the second half. Kissinger now to Bose. Bose is going to try and drive it. Dakota Wesleyan double teaming her. Gets it over to Kissinger, but nothing there. That's going to be a shot up there from Heapy, and that's going to be good. Second 3-point bucket for Heapy in this ball game. 60-56, down to the last 30 seconds here in the third quarter. That sounds of defense coming from the HC bench, trying to get their team fired up, and so is Coach Douglas. They're going to hold for the final shot. There's no shot clock here. Final 15 seconds. That's Estes holding the ball near half court. As we're now waiting on, I think we might have an issue with the clock again. We're down to the 14 and a half seconds. They added time back on the clock. The clock went back to 14 seconds. There should be 10 and a half seconds. That's the way they have it right now. Should be 14 and a half. Yep, now it's going to be 14-5. They got it right. Okay, yep, should be 10 seconds on the shot clock as we're waiting. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, 14 and a half on the game clock. So it won't be a last second shot for Dakota Wesleyan. Estes with it. Now gets it to Rosenquist. Rosenquist now going to try and drive the lane. Doesn't get there. Going to be up here by Hayes. Going to be a shot for three. It's going to be shot clock goes off as that ball is going to be up the clock. It's going to be as the time got stopped. They're going to get hit with. Going to be called on Ann Bowes. That's going to be a call on Ann Bowes, I believe. As now we're at more chaos as the clock was set up and the clock stopped. So now we're going to have another discussion between between the officials. More discussion as Coach Gino Douglas is now waiting for the as the ball's going to be up there and good. That's going to be Estes at the line. As Gina Douglas is trying to get still an explanation. As the next shot there from Estes is good. 60-58. No time left to even put a shot up. And that's going to be the end of the end of the third quarter, 60-58. HC with the lead. Going to quarter number 4, 60-58, the Broncos with the lead as we'll take one final timeout here for the fourth quarter. You're listening to Bronco Basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
I became the manager about a year and a half ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. It's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with here in the fourth quarter. HC with the 60-58 lead over Dakota Wesleyan here in this ball game as Dakota Wesleyan now get the ball with alternating possession. Rosenquist now backs down here as the shot's going to be up there. It's going to be good, and that's going to be Emma Yost. Emma Yost getting back on the score sheet again. Tied up at 60. HC now with it. Avila now working top of the key. Shot up there for three. It's going to be off the iron. No good. And that's going to be over the back call. Gentry Marks with her third. Marks with her third. That's going to be team foul number 1. As fouls do reset in the women's game. Try and provide you some third stat statistics here once I get them here in a moment. Dakota Wesleyan almost get called with a walk, but nothing there. Dakota Wesleyan now up with it. Going the other way. Going to work up top of the key. Now back down low. As Rosenquist trying to find her own teammate, and does, and that's going to be Broughton. That's going to be a bucket. 62-60 now, Dakota Wesleyan with the lead. Kissinger now bringing back with it. Go over here to Avila on the right wing. Now going down towards the corner, working baseline. Going to try and go up with it as she gets hacked. It's going to be call on number 24, and that's going to be Emma Yost. That's going to be her third foul, teens first. As we're going to have Mike O'Neill in the ball game, as well as Macy Bryan, as well as McKenna Yates into the ball game. As it's going to be Avila at the line. First shot up there and good. Avila that was her 5th point of the ball game. Next shot up there from Avila. It's going to be off the iron, no good. 1 for 2 that time. As Dakota Wesleyan now going back with it. That's Young. Decides to get it back over here, Rosenquist. Now back over here, Broughton. Back to Rosenquist. Now work in the middle. Now back over here to Nagel. Now back out to Young. Young now gets back with it again. Now over to Rosenquist. 10-footer, good. Rosenquist with another bucket for the Tigers. 64-61. Yates with it. Hands off to Bose. Bose going to weigh one from downtown, and that's good. And Bose, their second ball game or bucket of the ball game. That ball is going to go out of play. Deflection off a Bronco, and that's going to be a throw-in for the near sideline here. In front of me. Gets it in. Get over here to Young. Get down there to Nagel. Back over there to Young. Back to Broughton. Now back up top to Nagel. That's going to be a turnover. Turnover number 4. Brings over here to Yates. Yates going to look underneath, and that ball's going to get stolen away. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. As that's going to get it up here to Young, as she's going to reset her offense. Over here to Nagel. Back up here to Rosenquist. Now back over to Young. Far corner. Or right wing, excuse me. As they're trying to look over the middle, that's going to be turned away. To over there, and that's going to be a foul on Rosenquist. That's going to be her second. As they're terminating on whether the foul's in the back court or the front court, it's going to be a front court foul. It's going to be right here in front of me. Oh, nope, it's going to be over here in front of her own bench. Hastings ball with it. Yates doing the throw-in. 64-64, tie ball game. 7:25 remaining here in the ball game. Yates with it, trying to work some moves. She does. Going to go for the lane. She almost gets hacked, but no call. That's going to be off the iron. No good. Go to Wesley now, working the other way. That ball gets tipped from Yates. Nice hustle there by Yates to get the ball back. That's going to be turnover number 6 in this half for Dakota Wesleyan. As Bose is now with it, going to drive it. So driving it. Nice move by Ann Bose, and that's going to go. That's 5 in the quarter for Ann Bose. Go to Wesleyan now going with it. Now one-on-one with Macy Bryant. And that ball is deflected. That's off Bryant. Nice job. As she was defending Nagel there one-on-one, and she stripped it right from Nagel's hands. And that's going to be out of bounds, but it's going to be in favor of Dakota Wesleyan underneath their own basket. It's going to be Jada Young doing the throw-in, as we're actually going to have a timeout here by Dakota Wesleyan and Jason Christensen. We'll take one with them. 66-64, HC with the lead over Dakota Wesleyan. This is Bronco basketball here on Extreme Sports 2 and the Extreme Sports Network.
I became the manager about a year and a half ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with you at Farrell Arena. As a shot there by Essex going to be no good for three as HC comes down with a rebound, and that's going to be Yates. Yates with it now, top of the key. Now we're here to Bryant. Now we're here to Ann Bose. Ann Bose is going to try and drive it. She lays up there and good. Ann Bose, 7 points in this fourth quarter, 11 overall. Go to Westland now trying to work up the floor. As now they're going to try and work on the right side. That's going to be here. It's going to be no good. That's going to be rebounded there by Bryant as Nagel was looking for it. Nice defensive rebound there from Macy Bryant. Yates with it. Now over here to Ann Bose. Now the back up here to Yates, top of the key. Getting some words from Gina Douglas. Now working with it, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be called on Emma Yost. That's her fourth personal. That's 13th foul. Kissinger now in the ball game, as well as Marks. Yeah, Yost is going to be sitting out for a while. That's her fourth personal. HC now with the throw in, almost turned it over. HC with it. Now gets over here to Miller. Miller working right side. Defended by Rosenquist. Tough defense. Back over here to Kissinger. Kissinger is going to try and work Rosenquist. Hands it off. Now gets it back over here to Bailey Kissinger as Ambrose is going to have to get shot off one on the shot clock. She gets it off, and that thing's going to be off the back iron. No good. As Dakota Westland comes away with it. Rosenquist with it. Now gets it up top to Nagel. As they're going to play zone. They're playing zone here. Bose now getting defended to Rosenquist. Rosenquist now hands it off. Now gets it back towards the right side. Now going to go back up to Rosenquist up top for three, and that baby's going to be good. Three-pointer for Rosenquist. Cuts it to one, 68-67. Broncos with the lead. Kissinger with it. Kissinger now working left side. Gets over here to Miller. Looks it up top, and that ball's going to be deflected, and that's going to be a turnover. Turnover number 5. That's going to be going the other way, and that's going to be Nagel, and that's going to be deflected. That's going to be a turnover. And then HC tried to do too much with it, and that's going to be turnover right back. Turnover number 6. Timeout on the floor. We'll have it, and we'll take one with them. 68-67, HC with the lead over Dakota Westland as you're listening to Bronco Basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with you here on Extreme Sports. Got Hastings College Bronco basketball here. First GPAC game of the season between these two teams. Broncos have the lead 68-67 with 4:48 left in this ball game. Turnovers have been aplenty here in this ball game as both teams have reached over double digits. As both teams are trying to find the most consistency to come out of this thing with the victory, as Dakota Westland is now going to work from their own baseline, but that's going to be turnover. Kissinger with it as she gets hacked and no call. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. That's going to be Rosenquist, and that's going to be good. Tigers now with the lead, 69-68. Over here to Miller. Leads it up, and that's going to be no good, but she is fouled on the play. That's going to be called on Rosenquist. That's going to be her third. Going to be team's fourth. As Estes is now in the ball game. As it's going to be Miller to the free throw line. The first one is up there, and that's going to be no good. Second one from Miller, and that's going to be good. Tied back up at 69. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. Now over here to Nagel, and she puts it up, and that baby's going to go. Nagel with her seventh point of the ball game. She double dribbled Bailey Kissinger. That's going to be another turnover for HC. That's going to be 7 in this second half. More subs coming to the ball game as Yates is going to come into the ball game. Great seeing Emma Yost back into the ball game. Yost has got to be careful. She's playing with 4 fouls, so one more foul from Yost and she'll be out of this ball game. Rosequist trying to get it in. She does. Almost turned it over, and they're going to get Marks with the foul. It's going to be Marks' fourth. It's going to be her fourth foul, and that's going to be the team's second. And then she's going to come out of the ball game. That's going to be Micah O'Neill. Fourth foul for Marks. She's going to be sitting. O'Neill in the ball game. As we're waiting for Rosequist to come over here. She does. She gets it in. Press here by HC. They beat it. Oop. As now Dakota Wesleyan will have it, as that's going to be Nagel, top of the key. Stops her dribble. Now she's in trouble. Gets it off. Now in the far left corner, that's Rosenquist. As she falls to the ground, she wants a foul call, doesn't get it. Now back to the far corner again. That's going to be Yost. That's going to be off the iron. No good. But HC with it. That's going to be Avila. Avila with it. Now over here to Yates. And as we're Gina Douglas is going to call a timeout. She takes timeout. We'll take timeout with them. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. Dakota Wesleyan 71, HC 69. We'll be back with more Bronco basketball here on Extreme Sports 2.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Marcus Metcalf back with you, back here from the timeout. It's going to be HC with the ball. That's going to be Yates with it. That's going to be up there and good. Good use of the timeout there from Coach Gina Douglas. It's going to be a bucket for HC, and now they're going to tie a ball game as we're going to have a foul on Avila. As the HC crowd not happy with it, but it's going to be a call on Avila. That's going to be her third. 3:17 left here in this ball game. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. That's Young at the top of the key, working around the zone. HC with the 2-3 zone. Now far left side, that's going to be for a 3, and that's going to be off the iron, no good. And that was Broughton, picked down by Miller for HC. Miller with it, now hands it off to Yates. Yates over here to Bryant. Bryant thought about for 3. Ann Bowes with the fake out. She's going to drive the lane. Good. Ann Bowes with 9 points in this quarter. As that ball is nearly turned over, and it is. Dakota Wesleyan turns the ball over at the 3. Going to be no good from Yates, but good look. Dakota Wesleyan now with it going the other way. Broncos lead 73-71. Rosenquist with it, covered by Miller. And that's going to be a walk, and it is. Turnover number 9 in this second half for Dakota Wesleyan. 2:29 remaining. Bo's going to do the throw, and she's going to get it into Yates. Yates going to bring up the court, and Gina Douglas is saying, let's slow it down a little bit. Take as much time as you can and run your offense. Yates still dribbling top of the key, now working north towards the right side. That ball is deflected, and and that's going to go off Jocelyn Miller. Dakota Wesleyan now working on the baseline, or the sideline. Now going back up to the top of the key. Now going to be Jada Young. Young with it, working against the zone. As gets it over here to Nagel. Back over here to Young on the left side. Back here to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Back over here to Young. Now working right side. It's going to be Broughton. Now back to far corner is Nagel. That's going to be for a 3, and that's going to be no good. HC with the rebound. Under 2 minutes. Yates with it. He's going to work it around. Gets over here to Bryant. Now over here to Ann Bose. Bose gets it off to Avila. Now back up top to Yates. Yates with it. Yates going to drive left side. Nothing there. She's going to go back up here, top here to Bryant. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Down to Avila. Avila with the spin move. Another spin move. She puts it up and good. Mariah Avila. 7 in the ball game now for Avila. 75-71 as we're going to have a timeout here by Dakota Wesleyan. We'll take one with them. 75-71 to HC with the lead with 1:18 left. They're listening to Bronco basketball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Marcus Metcalf back with you. The final 1:15 seconds left. Broncos with the 4-point lead, 75-71 over Dakota Wesleyan. And Dakota Wesleyan now has the ball. That's going to be Jada Young. That's going to be thrown into Rosenquist. Rosenquist being double teamed as she is shouldn't have called for a trial, but didn't. But that's going to be a turnover against Dakota Wesleyan. That's going to be turnover number 10 here in the second half as Gina Douglas wants her team to slow it down a little bit. Let them foul. Rosenquist now covering Yates. Yates is trying to get Rosenquist off. Down to the final 48 seconds here. 13 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Rosenquist. That's going to be her 4th personal foul. That's going to be the team's 5th, but that's going to go to, she's going to go to the line. That's going to be Yates. First one up there by Yates is up there and good. Yates now gets the ball. Second free throw is up there, and it's good. 2 for 2 that time. Greases the lead to 6. 77-71. Dakota Wesleyan now in crunch time. As they got to work quick. Dakota Wesleyan now with it. That's going to be Nagel. Now back up top to Rosenquist. Rosenquist going to try and look for a 3. Nope, she passed it off. She hits it off to Young, and that's going to be up there and good from Jada Young. Jada Young with a 3. Cuts it to 3. Down to 30 seconds left. Got 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Yates with it. Guarded by Nagel. Yates is going to try and waste much clock. Here comes the double team by Dakota Wesleyan as that ball is going to be turned over. As that's going to be over there by Nagel. She puts it up there and in. As Gina Douglas is going to call a timeout. Dakota Wesleyan cut it down to 1. 77-76. So we're going to have it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. Broncos lead 77-76 here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Let's get back to Hastings College basketball on X Sports.
11 seconds left. Hastings College with the lead, 77-76, as the Broncos will have a throw-in from the far sideline. Gets it in. Gets into Ann Bowes as she is hacked on the play by Jada Young. That's going to be her fourth personal foul. And that's going to be the team's 30-5 foul, so it's going to be a free throw. Should be on the free throw line. As we're going to have another conversation of how many timeouts each team has left, but it's going to be Yates. First one up there from actually Ann Bowes is going to be good. That second one up there from Ann Bowes is good, and we're going to have another timeout. Jason Christian wants to talk to this with his girls as HC is up 3 now with 0.1 remaining. Broncos lead 79-76. It's actually going to be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. Broncos with the lead here on the Extreme Sports Network.
I became the manager about a year and a half ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
Back here at Linfield Arena, 9.1 seconds left. Broncos with the lead. Dakota Wesleyan with the last chance opportunity. There's going to be a three ball from Hayes. That's going to be off the iron, no good. Rebounded by HC. They get the rebound. That's going to be Marks with the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Broughton. That's going to be her third. One free throw here by HC will ice this ball game. 2.7 seconds left here in the ball game. Marks at the free throw line. Shooting 2. First shot by Marks going to be off the backboard and in. And that's going to pretty much do it. 80-76. Not the conventional way, but any way goes. Next one's going to be off the back of the iron, no good. As Dakota Wesleyan going to try and put up one more heave, and they're not even going to get it off anyway. As the Broncos come away with an 80-76 win. What a gutsy effort by this Bronco squad to lead the season off, or the GPAC season off with a win, 80-76. What a ball game that was. Well, the men's game here coming about 25-30 minutes or so, but what a ball game. We'll come back with the final stats, and then we'll get back to regular scheduled programming as the Broncos get their first win of the GPAC season, starting off 1-0. We'll be back with more after this.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my people are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
The Bronco postgame show is brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning, in business since 1984.
Welcome back to this postgame show here on the Extreme Sports Network. Broncos coming away with an 80-76 win. I'll give you some final game stats here. Leading the way for Dakota Wesleyan was Emma Yost, 21 points in the ballgame. She was 7 for 11 from the field, 3 for 4 for downtown, 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Riley Rosenquist with 17 points, 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from downtown, and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. As for HC, McKenna Yates and Bailey Kissinger share the way with 18 points. As for Yates, 6 for 12 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3-point range, and 5 for 5 for free throws. As for Bailey Kissinger, she was 6 for 11 from the field and 6 for 6 for the free throw line. Ann Bowes contributing with 15 points, and she was 5 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from downtown, and 3 from 4 from the free throw line. Jocelyn Miller, Stella Heavey, and Gentry Marks each adding with 6 points apiece. Mariah Avila with 7 points, and Macy Bryant scoring 4. As for total numbers for Dakota Wesleyan from the field, they shot 40.9% from the field, 27% from downtown, and 85% from the free throw line. As for HC, shot 50% from the floor, 35.3% from three-point range, and 85.7% from the free throw line. In total, HC with the win, 80-76, as the Broncos come away with the win and go start off the GPAC season 1-0 in this ball game, or in the season thus far, as the Broncos will now finally hit the road next week as they'll go to Doane and go to Dordt. But a good start to the GPAC season if you're an HC Bronco fan, and Gina Douglas, they'll take it. We'll come back with the men's game here in about 20 minutes or so, but we'll get you back to regular scheduled programming, and then we'll bring you back for the men's game. We'll bring to you here on the Extreme Sports Network as the HC women come out with an 80-76 win.
The Bronco postgame show has been brought to you by Ruts Heating and Air, your York Midwest dealer in Hastings, Kearney, and Lincoln. Hastings College Basketball is an exclusive presentation of Extreme Sports.
SEC is pretty tough. That's probably not going to happen. Louisville, I mean, it just goes to show you, because if Kentucky, you put Kentucky in the ACC, they're probably one of the better teams. It's just in the SEC gets swallowed up. And you and I were both on. I think I talked you into them against Florida plus 3.5 last week. Yeah. They beat the absolute hell out of Florida. Interesting. We'll get to some of these later games. It's interesting because if you watch Florida, you want no part